Chris, I can hear you. Thank you for holding down the fort while we made our way to the Transitional Healing Center. So folks sitting at the depot right now at the Red Tie Gala, one thing to note, this will be connected to HCMC, which is great access for families that are getting treatment at the hospital, and they can just walk right through the Skyway and come right here to the second floor and see the Transitional Healing Center. So this is right in the very entranceway. You see all of these bricks and pavers. These were purchased by people like yourselves, generous donors. You can put your business on there, your family name, in memoriam of someone you love, and that is what helped make this place a reality. So come on in. This is the front lobby. This is what all of our guests are going to see when they first come here. And this has a nod to nostalgia, a little bit of history of the Minneapolis Fire Department. So all of these bricks you see here on the desk, that was part of Station 1, which just so happens to be the oldest station in the Twin Cities. It had to be torn down because it was getting old, but we're utilizing pieces of it, which is really cool. And it's not here right now, but right here is going to be a big fire pole. You know, the ones that firefighters slide down? It's going to be here soon, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. More plaques. As you can see, there's a lot of empty plaques. This is an opportunity for you tonight to get your name on one of these and help fund this place. Right next to the lobby, the Education Center. This is where families can utilize this space. They can get therapy, they can speak with counselors, and imagine that it's gonna be filled with desks and whatnot. It's gonna be a great spot for a lot of healing to be done. Right around the corner from the Education Center, it's my favorite spot. It is the communal space. So there's 12 suites here at the Transitional Healing Center, and this is a space for all of them just to hang out. Right here in the very entrance, it's blank now, but soon this is going to be a mural depicting our very hero and heroines sitting amongst you. It's going to have firefighters, doctors, nurses, you name it. It's going to be right there. And in fact, we have to pay the local artists still, so that's an opportunity for you tonight to contribute to that. The kitchen's amazing. Take a look at this thing. This is sweet. It is state of the art. It is huge. Now, each suite actually has a full working kitchen, but this is a spot where families can come on out. And maybe I'm picturing, you know, around the holidays, baking cookies. Kids can decorate. We can maybe even get some local chefs on. I'm talking to you, Ezra Tuaolo and Chef Fima, who are in the crowd tonight. Maybe we can get some local chefs to come whip up some delicious meals and teach these families how to cook. Teach them a thing or two. Right here next to the kitchen is the workstation. Those are going to be computers right here. Families can update their caring bridge, send some emails, maybe play a game of solitaire. And right behind there, more of that brick from Station 1. So they're kind of putting that throughout this place. Next to the workstation and the kitchen, you're gonna have to use your imagination here, folks. This is the kids' play area, so it's gonna be filled to the brim with toys, stuffed animals, you name it. It's gonna be a spot where the kids can hang out and probably spend a ton of time. Also, a lot of families are gonna spend a lot of time in the Hennepin Healthcare Foundation's Family Lounge, which is right here. And I have to note, this actually was just dropped off from Minneapolis Fire Department. It is fire hoses, isn't that cool? It is the American flag made from actual fire hoses from Minneapolis Fire. So thanks for dropping that off. And obviously you see the big TV. There's going to be couches in here. Families can watch movies, play board games. This is a spot for relaxation. There's a fireplace. And you probably notice these floor to ceiling windows. Well, they actually, check this out. This is an aha wow moment, the wow factor. It opens all the way up to the outdoors. So in the summer months when families are hanging out in here, they get to have some fresh air and they can just come right out to the terrace, which is also open to all the families staying in the 12 suites. Some of the suites are actually connected to the terrace. Right here, it's not here yet, but you can imagine there's gonna be a big grill. You can throw some burgers, throw some doggers on there, and have a little picnic out on this beautiful terrace. Of course, there's gonna be furniture as well. So one of the suites that is connected to the terrace, we have Waseca County Deputy Josh Langer. A few years ago, he was actually injured while on the job, and he's here tonight to tell us a little bit about his story. So, Deputy Langer, thanks for joining us.
Of course, thanks for having me.
So, for folks watching right now at the Red Tie Gala, tell us a little bit about your backstory.
Sure. Late October 2019, I was responding to a one-vehicle rollover accident, and in the course of investigating it, walked into the 13.8 power line that was damaged and woke up in HCMC the next moment.
Don't remember a thing. Obviously, you were there for many days, and your family lives far away. So talk about what it was like staying at an apartment like this.
It was amazing. My wife Kelly was able to have the boys close so they could come visit me more often than they would have been able to. She didn't have to worry about how to get back home and who was going to drive, watch the kids. She was able to visit me a lot more because of it and help me with my recovery.
And for everybody watching at the Red Tie Gala right now, explain to them what their support means for families just like yourself that utilize a space like this.
It's amazing. It means the world. It's creating a place for people to put their lives back together after some massive trauma event that renders them, having months and months of recovery time, months of surgeries and recovering from their burns and their injuries, and they can be here. They don't have to drive back home. They don't have to commute. They don't have to worry about their stuff being 3 hours away. It gives them a place here, and Jake and Chris and all the guys at Firefighters for Healing, there's no limit to what they can do.
Definitely a spot for you and your family to rebuild. Thank you, Deputy Langer, for sharing your story. Much appreciated. So stories and testimonials just like his. There's so many stories out there, and that's why tonight the Red Tie Gala is so important, and your money helps so much. So with that, I'm going to send things back to the depot, and I will be back very soon.